Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to East Coast Camping and Adventures. Today we're going to be installing the Mopeka propane tank sensors onto the bottom of two 20-pound propane tanks that I have attached to the front of our 2021 Forest River Gray Wolf. Once we get the sensors attached to the bottom of the propane tanks, we'll go through the app, different settings that are inside of the app itself. We've had these sensors for a year now, haven't had any issues with them. They work very well. The only thing I had was that the battery did die within the year. I'm sure that was my fault because I did leave the sensors out attached to the propane tanks all winter long. And of course, since we're in the Northeast, I'm sure that the cold weather didn't help. And I'm sure that that added to the lifespan of the batteries not lasting that long. All right, so let's go out. We'll set up the sensors onto the bottom of the tanks, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's get to it. Installing the Mopeka propane tank sensors on the bottom of these two 20-pound propane tanks that I removed from the front of my Gray Wolf travel trailer. You're going to take your tank, you're going to turn it upside down so that the bottom is facing up. I already put the spacers that come with the kit on the bottom of this tank. What you do is you just take the spacer, gently put it around where you want to place it, and then you're going to gently hammer them on. They'll spread out and then they'll get stuck onto the bottom of the tank. That's just going to raise the bottom of the tank up so that it's not resting on the plate that the propane tanks rest on, and there's a less likely chance the sensors will get knocked off while you're traveling or when you're placing them on. You're going to take your first sensor, you're going to look at the bottom of it. There's going to be a black rubber piece, and then there's going to be two silver magnets. You want that black rubber piece to go into the center portion of the bottom of the tank, as close to the center as possible. Once you get that on there, you're going to set that one off to the side. Take your second tank, and you're going to do the same exact thing. The black rubber piece into the center of the bottom of the tank. You want it to be as close to the center as possible, because then that's going to give you the most accurate reading of the amount of propane that is inside of these tanks. When we go into the app, we're going to make sure that the placement of those sensors are in the correct position, and I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, we're going to go set up the app now. All right, once you install the tank app from the App Store, you're going to launch the app. You're going to wait for both tanks to load. You're going to want to make sure that your Bluetooth and your location settings are on your smart device so that they can be discovered. As you can see, I have my tanks leveled. I have one labeled left tank, my other one labeled right tank. So if you click on the left tank, you could see that it's measuring at 43% of propane left in that tank. It shows my battery in the top left corner. It's also showing the quality of the sensor placement. That's what I was referring to, where you wanted that black rubber piece to be placed into the center portion of the bottom of the tank. You want all three stars to be illuminated. Right now you can see I'm going between 2 and 3. Right now it's 3 again. If you go into the settings gear in the top right, that's where you're going to name your tank. You can name it obviously whatever you want. You're going to select your tank size. I have a 20-pound propane tank. I have mine also set to percentage and at full propane. I also have my notifications on that when my tank reaches 20% propane left, it'll notify me every 12 hours on my device so that I know that I need to replace the propane in the tank before we go on our next trip. If you go back and back again, now you're going to click on the right tank, and obviously it's the same setup. You have your battery level, your quality, which is at 3 stars. It shows your Bluetooth setting as well. Same thing, you're going to name it in here, 20-pound propane tank, and then I have that one also set for 20% left in the tank, and it will notify me every 12 hours when that reaches that 20% level. If you enjoyed the video of the installation of the Mopeka propane tank sensors on our 2021 Forest River travel trailer, if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you can be informed when we do post another video or when we go on our adventures. We have a few planned so far, and we're in the works of planning a few more. Within the next week or two, we're going to be doing another video. We will be installing the Level Pro onto the camper, and hope to see you guys there. Have a good one.